Here we go.
Sammy Baugh, though 36 years old and with 15 seasons of pro competition behind him, gives no signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins fans podcast. On today's show, we talk about the debacle of a game between the Washington Redskins and the Detroit Lions, and how our mistakes finally caught up with us. And we talk about where's Josh? This and much, much more live with Aaron and John. Yo, what's up, John?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Welcome, everybody. Harry Hog Football, episode number 416. It looks like Rabbit Rads has just joined us online on the YouTube channel. Never fails.
Sweet.
I got to try to remember that game.
Oh, how could you forget? Once again, the team that we used to utterly dominate, as in the Detroit Lions, Detroit Lions, used to beat them for, what, decades. And now we are 0-4 since 2008. We can't beat the Lions.
Dude,
We cannot beat the Lions.
I know. I don't know what the exact record is, but I remember for the longest time, they're like, every time we played the Lions have never beaten the Redskins. And then it was, the Lions have never beaten the Redskins in Washington. And now it's like the other way around. Like, we can't beat the Lions.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, we should have beat them. We should.
Oh, we totally gave that game away. We should have won that game. There wasn't anyone who watched that game who thought that we should have lost that game. We should have won that game.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Jones fumbling at the goal line.
Yeah, I don't know. To our people looking at us on YouTube here, I'm getting this thing from YouTube now that's saying live health, stream health, bad video settings. And I'm not doing it any different than usual. So if you lose the video, sorry, dudes. I mean, we'll try to fix it next time. It's always something. Anyway, dude, Matt Jones fumbling into the end zone. Like, it was like the Lions got all the luck and we got none of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they fumbled once and Stafford fell right on top of it.
It hit him right
In the Jimmy.
in his foot and bounced up to him. Like,
Yeah.
how lucky can you get? I saw that ball squirt out, and I was like, oh, we got it. There's no one else around. And then he somehow ended up right on it. And I'm like, oh, my goodness. It was horrible. It was horrible. So Alex is saying they can still see us. It looks pretty crappy. We'll try to fix it. I don't know. It's saying that our settings are wrong. I've literally got like 50 apps running on my machine. We need like an actual dude that all he does is this stuff, so we can just pay attention to the podcast.
Well, Josh can do that.
He's not here.
Yeah, you're right. He's not here, is he?
Oh man. Anyway, I'm gonna try to focus on the game as long as they can still hear and listen to us. Then I'm not gonna worry about it. But all right, dude. So, Matt Jones, how many times did he fumble? Twice?
Twice.
You know what I have to say about that? Cut. I mean, I thought they like had him some special football where it like beeped if he wasn't holding it tight enough.
Like the ones that we give the blind kids so they know they actually have the ball.
What? Because they can't feel it. Like, what?
No, of course they could feel it, but if you're throwing them a ball and it's beeping, they can actually like reach their arms out and try to grab it.
Oh, you actually play ball with the blind kids?
Oh yeah. You have balls like soccer balls, footballs. I mean, they're Nerf balls, but still, they have like beepers inside of them, so the kids know where the ball is all the time.
Well, it's like
That's what Matt Jones needs.
Well, he has that, except it's supposed to beep if he's not holding it tight enough.
Well, actually, what he needs now is to sit on the bench for a while. He's dead to me.
Yeah, dude, he does. We're Fat Rob is what I've been screaming the whole year, because I don't trust. I don't trust Matt Jones, dude.
I don't either. He's been doing this since last year. I mean, that was fumbling twice in that game. That was it. I'm done with him. The guy's never going to be able to stop fumbling.
I saw.
It's like, oh, he's starting to hold on to the ball now. He fumbled twice, dude. Of course he's not. He's going to start. He's fumbled twice. Does he need that to remember?
Yeah, and you know who else sucked? Again, Ryan Grant.
Ryan Grant drops a pass every game. I don't understand why he's even on the field.
Well, he ran a wrong route in this game too, didn't he? And it almost got picked off. It was like really bad. He like led some. They were saying, the announcers were saying that he led a defender in towards where Vernon Davis was,
Yeah.
and that's why the pass looked so horrible. And they were
Yep.
like, Kirk Cousins is using this as a teaching moment, like he's a wise sage or something.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins. Well, Ryan Grant, that's somebody else who's dead to me. It's like, nope, you've done this since last year. Every game you drop a pass. On like the one pass you're in for the game.
Dude, and
That's it.
what
See ya.
happened there at the end?
Bye-bye. What happened was, and I discussed this with actually with a couple of my doctors who were talking about this earlier this week. Who were like, Kirk Cousins scored too soon. They had all three of their timeouts. They had minute 4, minute 5 left to go. Although I don't think very many people actually really thought that the Detroit Lions were going to be able to go down the field that quick and score that touchdown. It was like Joe Barry just like S to bed for the last drive. It was like the defense didn't exist.
I know. Yeah, but I mean, literally for the last 2 weeks prior, we hadn't given up any touchdowns in the second half, and in this game, the defense was actually playing pretty good.
Yeah, all in all.
And then they just marched down the field.
Yeah, until it mattered.
Yeah.
Basically, until the game mattered, and then boom, gone, done.
But how much of that was on Joe Barry at the end? Did they switch to prevent?
Oh yeah. They were playing like 8 back. You keep everything in front of you, and so he's like, "All right, I'll take 15 yards a pass." Boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah, and can we talk about the Josh Norman debacle?
Apparently, Josh Norman got knocked out.
Is that what happened?
He was knocked out. He said he hit the ground, and next thing you knew, like, he was on his back, and like all the Redskins dudes are looking down at him, like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, but right before he got knocked out, he got his ego knocked out when he got burnt.
I don't remember that.
Actually, he had pretty decent coverage, I gotta say. He got his
Oh,
arm
I
in
saw
there.
that. Oh, on the same play.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got burnt straight up on that, and then he got knocked. Then he got knocked the F out.
Yeah, he got an arm. He got an arm in there.
I can get you an arm.
All right, let me see. All right, I'm trying, dudes. All right, to everyone listening on YouTube, I'm trying to it's distracting me. I'm like, hey, what are they talking about over there? It says worst case we could have tied. They're all chatting. I like to see those guys chatting amongst themselves in there. Talk amongst yourselves.
While paying attention.
Amongst yourselves. We'll try to say something coherent. We're not very good at it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I was like, oh man, did he hurt his ego or did he really get hurt? Because it didn't really look like he hit that hard, but I guess he did.
He said he got knocked out when he hit the turf.
That play was huge, though.
It was massive, yeah.
And then our other injury, of course, second to last play of the game. In the desperation mode, Trent Williams is down on the turf, and I did not like to see that.
I don't think anybody did, especially knowing that we were done. We knew we weren't going to finish that game with a victory. And then Silverback comes up hurt, but he's ready to go for London on Sunday.
Yeah, I saw an interview with Trent Williams, and he's like, if the doctor says it's structurally sound, I'm playing. Unlike Dion. Pepper Spray
Norman
says we need live stream practice. What do you think this is, dude? We've had 415 episodes of regular podcasting practice, and we still haven't figured that out. Now we're going to have, some episodes of live stream. I don't know what's going on. Maybe my internet's slow tonight. Maybe I needed to restart the router, or maybe my kids are in there streaming the Disney Channel or something.
There you go.
I don't know. He says we need to live stream. We do need to live stream more.
I agree.
Yeah, well, we're trying. We're getting into it, and you guys are picking it up on there. So, you know, if you guys subscribe to this YouTube live stream, we can actually get our own URL, they say. And I'll work on these video settings this week, I promise you, before our next live stream. Hopefully, during halftime on Sunday, which is at like 11 a.m.
Yep.
Don't forget, dudes. 11 a.m. will be halftime, and we're going to be trying to stream out.
Yeah, the game's supposed to start at 9:30. 9:30 in the morning on Sunday. Sunday.
Yeah, so, okay. So there's the debacle with Josh Norman. There's the debacle with Ryan Grant. And there's the debacle with, who am I forgetting? Oh, Matt Jones, of course. So, you know.
I think that covers all our debacles for the game.
Yeah, that covers the debacles. I mean, I would say that the Redskins played. This is my key to this game. The Redskins played about as well as they have the last 2 weeks that they won. The biggest thing is the other team was getting they were getting the breaks that we weren't getting, like with the turnovers and stuff like that. But B, this team wasn't committing nearly as many penalties.
Yep.
So, you know. Oh, Rabbit Rads must be on the West Coast. She says the game's on at 7:30 for them.
Ouch.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, that's tough.
At least you don't want us to sit around all day waiting for the game, getting all nervous.
West Coasters, man, they get 10:05 starting time for 1 o'clock games. Just in time to crack a beer.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Rabbit Rads, the goalpost debacle. How did we forget that?
I thought the goalposts were lengthened a couple of years ago for exactly the reason that it happened in this game. Because Dustin Hopkins kicked it off the end. It hit the top of the goalpost.
Yeah. But how did he miss that, dude? He hasn't missed. I mean, he's been super accurate, and then he misses that.
Everyone's missed a couple. All the kickers are missing a little bit nowadays.
Yeah.
He's no Mark Mosley. He's probably better than Mark Mosley.
Oh, and there's one other debacle we have to discuss, and I sent you the link on this. Ben Kotwika was caught by TMZ whipping it out on the sideline. Did you see the video?
Oh yeah. I'd heard about it already.
No, I know you probably did, but I didn't click through the link that said it would take you to the video that was uncensored.
I did not go to the uncensored video.
Oh my goodness! I bet Josh did. He clicked on it.
He was trying to like, look at his wiener.
You can see his wiener.
Dude, it was fun.
The article title was actually Redskins coach exposes wiener on sideline. Oh my goodness. Pepper Spray says if we bench Jones after fumble number 2, the Redskins would win. Yeah.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, he should be benched. Period. Since that point. So.
Yeah, I mean, he gave up a touchdown, like literally 7 points, and what was the difference in the game? 3.
Yeah.
Right?
4.
4? Whatever. Between that and the goalpost debacle.
No, it was 3. That's right. Duh.
Yeah, we were up by 4. They had to get a touchdown.
Yeah.
So between that and the goalpost debacle, that game, we should have won that game, dude.
It took him 49 seconds to score that touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, the whole entire game, it seemed like the way the flow was going, it's like we kept kicking ourselves in the shin or whatever, and we were eventually going to overcome all that and take the lead and win the game, which we did, but then lost the game.
Kick Kotwika right in the Jimmy.
Yeah. I say we give Fat Rob the ball and just let him go.
Mm-hmm. He and Chris Thompson, they'll be the new Thunder and Lightning. Matt Jones, bye-bye.
Chris Thompson is doing pretty well, and you can always. It seems to me like they only run like 3 or 4 plays with him. They either pitch it to him or like run him around that right side.
You love that pitch.
I hate the pitch. Everyone on this podcast knows that I hate the pitch where you have to send the ball back like 7 yards and then try to get it 1. Because you throw that ball way back there and the entire defense sees a ball flying through the air. They know exactly where it's going.
Yep.
And then you have to hope that you can get the sideline and get the turn. But he's been making it work more often than not this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even really remember much of that game. We got to start doing these podcasts earlier in the week because I've had so much stuff happen between now and then, and I'm sure you have too. But,
Yes, definitely.
yeah, we're getting slack in our old age. Remember back in the day when, I don't know.
Well, actually, we'll save a couple of positive people talking about Fat Rob got his first touchdown of the year. A couple of guys, Crowder had a really good game. Anyone know what's going on with Deshaun Jackson?
What do you mean? He hurt his hamstring, I heard.
Shock.
Rabbit Rads will have the injury report, so
Yeah.
we can do the injury report here in a minute. I think you already mentioned, or maybe that was just to me earlier, Trent Williams is making the trip, and it looks like Norman is making the trip, but we don't know if he's playing. Is that right?
All of them are making the trip, yeah.
What are they going to do? Go get one of those English doctors to look at him that are used to like all the rugby dudes that don't even wear helmets and be like, is he fine to play? And the doctor's going to be like, yeah, get him in there.
They'll be like, yeah, right.
Because it has to be an independent doctor, right? So
Yes, it has to be an independent doctor, you're correct.
So does the NFL have... independent doctors hanging out? Well, I guess they're not independent at their part. It has to just be some random dude in England that's going to
It
look at
has to be some random dude.
Dr. James Earl Jones doesn't.
Dr.
count.
James Earl Jones. No,
Oh, my
he's
goodness.
Dr. James Earl Jones is on retainer.
Not James Earl Jones. James Andrews.
Oh, is that who he meant?
With his tweed jacket. Yeah, the Redskins better show up in London because we've got a lot of fans, people that just listen to the podcast that are huge Redskins fans in London, like Simon Kinsey and name some of them, dude. My brain's going blank. But we got a lot of guys that like the Redskins there.
Got Type 42 Rocks.
There's kind of a big Redskins following in England. The way we understand it is because they started showing more NFL games there, like when the Redskins were doing well. Is that correct, John?
Which would be like the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah. So hopefully they'll show up. I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
And,
I wish we were there.
yeah, Rabbit Rads is coming in with the injury report right now. Man, she's like the new Josh on here. Like actually supplies us with real stats so we don't just babble and make stuff up.
Josh would be
All
like,
Bleacher
oh,
Report
dude.
Style.
Yeah, Josh would just come up with like stuff that doesn't mean anything. Well, on the injury report here, who am I going to talk about? Bashad Breeland, limited practice, did not practice today at all. Ankle, again. Jameson Crowder, limited practice for groin. Vernon Davis, groin. Will Blackman had a wrist injury. Someone's got to help that guy.
Scherf went out in that game too and came back in, right?
Yeah,
Shoulder.
his shoulder. Trent Williamson knee.
If Matt Jones hasn't practiced in 2 days, he's not playing. You don't practice, you don't play. Especially if you're fumbling the game away, literally fumbling the game away the week before. In this what's turning out to be a tight division battle in the East.
The only guys that were fully practiced were Mason Foster and Will Blackman. Everyone else is limited, so I guess we'll see off the practice in London tomorrow.
Yeah, so I guess they're flying there like right now, probably as we speak, right? And then
Get there in the middle of the night.
practice tomorrow. Hopefully they remembered their passports.
Went straight to the pub. Had themselves a proper pint.
These guys are cracking me up in the little chat room.
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, who's texting me? Oh. Oh, that was my business partner, Brandon. He just said that he's officially an uncle. His brother-in-law's, or his brother's wife just had a baby. Congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Clements on their baby. I can't even type. I'm trying to type in the chat. I can't even do that. Anyway, okay, so do we want to do our like very short 12-second break, come back, do our kicks and game balls, and then get ready for this game against the Bengals, maybe chat a little bit about that, and maybe next week we'll actually do the podcast earlier in the week so we're more coherent.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right, so here we go, dudes. Short break. When we get back, we just said what we'll do.
You're listening to Harry Hog Football.
Please hang up and try again.
This is Kenny Can from Canada, and you're listening to Harry Hog Football.
I just like how he says, Harry Hog Football. Anyway, new Redskins fan. You're right, because Brandon is a Redskins fan. He claims. I don't know when the last time he watched a game is, but I got to tell you about what happened in Vegas, dude. About the hats.
Go for it.
All right, so Josh's assistant at his business. Apparently, they work near this like place where government seized goods, like during drug deals and stuff. I guess they sell them or they auction these things off. So he bid on a lot of hats, like 15 new like football caps and stuff, and they were all like these fancy ones that you don't just buy like at Walmart or something.
Okay.
So in there was a Dallas Cowboys one. So when we met in Vegas, he tried to plant that Dallas Cowboys hat on Brandon's stuff as if he was a Cowboys fan. And so basically Brandon went to bed and he had like his baseball cap sitting on the nightstand with his wallet in it, just laying there, and Josh swapped it out with the Cowboys when it took his away. And he woke up the next morning and went to put on his hat, and it was a Cowboys hat. So anyway, later that night, I saw the Cowboys hat just sitting in our hotel room, and I couldn't handle it. So I took it out on the balcony, and I just threw it around to whoever the other balcony next door. And
Well,
they
at
were
least you
pretty
didn't throw it off
upset.
the building.
I didn't throw it all the way off because Josh had told me that Noah was going to sell that thing on eBay because it was some like bling bling Cowboys hat and they were going for like $75. I don't know. I was like, well, it can't be staying in my room. So I threw it on the balcony next door, and they actually knew the person that was staying in that room, so it wasn't a big deal. But I acted like I threw it off the balcony like 10 stories, but I threw it around like a boomerang onto the next balcony.
Nice.
But it was pretty funny when Brandon was like, What is this hat? And Josh said that he didn't even try to play the prank on me because he knew if I found it, it would have been off the balcony where he would have never got it.
Yeah.
He let me in on the joke. Pretty wise that way.
That'd be smart.
Anyway. Oh, man. Excuse me. Talk amongst yourself. All right. I'm back. Oh, yeah. Rabbit Rads is asking, you want a resurgent of the O-line report, a segment that has been cut. Well, you know what? Let's go right into it, John.
Sure.
Franco-American SpaghettiOs. Show them your O-face.
The O-line report with Josh Allen. I forgot all about the O-line report. Let's talk about it. Let's go left to right. Trent Williams.
Injured. But is playing.
But playing.
He started off a little shaky in the game, but then he tuned up really, really well after like the early first quarter. And he was good up until that last play. I'm still a little bit more nervous about him being injured than maybe he is and making it to the end of the year. I don't like that.
The O-line is actually holding up better than I thought it would be now that we got Lichtensteiger out of there, and we got Long in.
Yeah, Long is pretty good. He's no all-star, but he's doing okay. He's definitely better than Schnell was.
Yeah, who's over at the other place? Laval, is he in there? I don't even know who's playing.
What?
Guard.
Yeah, he's left guard.
Yeah, okay. Well, dude, I'm really out of it this season. You would think I was the one that's been in and out of the hospital. But I think I'm almost 40. In like 2 weeks, I'll be 40. And it's really affecting my memory. I swear to you guys. It's like it's gone downhill. Like crazy. Anyway, all right. So yeah.
Maybe you may need an independent doctor to judge your concussion protocol.
I'm thinking about it, dude. I'm forgetting so much stuff. I'm seriously contemplating going into the doctor and getting him to check me out. All right, so we got Laval. He's doing all right. Spencer Long is playing way better than Schnell. And then Scherf, solid.
Yeah.
And then Moses is doing better, but every game he has at least like one false start, right? Or a hold.
Oh, yeah, every time. At least one.
But all in all, yeah, I'm not going into every game and every play like, oh, man, I hope they can protect Kurt. Because for the most part, they're doing a really good job of forming a pocket, giving him space back there.
Don't forget that Spencer Long was the guy who stepped on Kirk Cousins' foot and made him fumble.
That's true. But you know, for the most part, they're doing better than Lichtensteiger, dude, was getting pushed back on every single play.
Yeah. Yeah, he was
single play.
He was a Shanahan kid, man. All those Shanahan kids, they all sucked.
Yeah.
Small, nimble, too small offensive linemen.
Mm-hmm.
Just like we said they would be.
Yeah, so, I mean, the O-line, I think, is pretty... And they're starting to actually open up some running holes. So, I think they're doing all right. The defensive line is where I still say we needed help. Oh, but that's a different report.
Yeah, we'll have to save that for later. Especially at the end, talking about the end of the game.
Yeah. There's another report we haven't done in a long time. That's the Dockery report.
The Dockery report.
Anyway.
Didn't he play for the Cowboys? He's cut.
Yeah, he's totally cut. Just like Alfred Morris. Anyway, I'm really excited about seeing Fat Rob all day this week.
You want to see Fat Rob at Wembley.
All right. Speaking of, let's go ahead and go into our Game Ball Awards.
And now, the coveted and ever-elusive Game Ball Award.
Game Ball Awards brought to you by... Heck, I can't find it.
To hell with it.
There's no one watching or listening anyway.
All right. Well, you can go ahead on this one, actually.
All right, I'm going to give my game ball to none other than... Fat Rob. Reason being, he got his first NFL touchdown, and he was solid again.
That's right.
Yeah, I think he only made like 15 yards on like 5 carries or something. But he didn't fumble. And he got his first touchdown, and he's primed for some more.
Absolutely. So, I'm going to give mine to Jamison Crowder for breaking 100 yards.
Yeah, Jamison Crowder, dude, he's becoming, super duper solid. Like,
yeah.
And especially since, even before Jordan Reed went out, Crowder was putting up big numbers. But 108 yards, Rabbit's saying.
Yep.
7 catches.
Great
game.
Yeah. Who do you think Josh and his Cowboys hat are going to go for?
I don't think Josh watched the game, dude, because he told me he was listening to it.
Oh, right. That's right. That's because Josh is cheap.
But I will say that Josh is going to give his game ball to...
Probably Matt
Cravens?
Jones. Matt Jones? Oh, yeah.
Someone
Cravens,
based on the
dude,
stat sheet because he didn't watch the game, so he just has to go by numbers only.
Dude, it says Su'a Cravens at a tackle.
I'm going to give it to him. He's been solid. Actually, I didn't really see him much in this game at all. I mean, he was around, but I didn't see a major impact. Did you guys?
There was some guy that I don't even know who he was. Wakefield? Whitehead?
Dude, Rabbit Rads is all over it. Josh would give it to Compton for the most tackles.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly. He'd be like, let me look at the stat sheet real quick and pretend I saw
Or he'd be like, Kerrigan had a sack for 8 yards.
Kerrigan. He did have another sack. How many sacks does Kerrigan have so far? 6? 5? I don't know. I need to do some research. Anyway.
So far this year, he's got 6.
Cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. So okay, all right. Well, yeah, there's the game balls. And anyone on the chat window, you guys have any game balls to give? And while I'm waiting to hear that, Rabbit Rad said Jamison Crowder also. Anyone else want to come in on that? Anyway, while I'm waiting to hear, I want to give a big shout out to our benevolent sponsor, Desmond Seeley.
How did we forget him from the beginning of the podcast? I'm so sorry, Desmond Seeley, longtime benevolent sponsor. You can check him out on Twitter at
Desmond Seeley 2, because Desmond Seeley
was either hacked or stolen, along with the Cowboys hat.
Yeah, we don't know. Anyway, it'd be cool if we got Desmond Seeley to like lead up some of this chat stuff on the YouTube little aside while we're in here, because he's really good at that stuff. He's like really knowledgeable about the Redskins. We're kind of like the Beavis and Butthead of the Redskins, and he's not. Anyway, let's see here. All right, the guys are chiming in over here on the guys and girls chiming in on the chat. Pepper spray. I got no game balls to hand out. We lost to the damn Lions.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not even to Ben Kotwika for bringing his own game balls out.
I thought he had both his balls out for that one.
And it doesn't look like anyone. Michael Graff is not chiming in, so
not much to do there today. Yep.
Oh, more comments below. I don't know what I'm doing here. Anyway, he says they should return any and all game balls earned this year for losing to the Lions.
We used to beat them so bad. 42-0.
It used to be like a given thing.
Yeah. Well, time to...
Remember that one season? I don't know, maybe 1991, when we played them twice and beat them for a combined, let me add this up, 87-10?
Something like that, yeah.
The two games, we beat them 87-10. 87-10, and they were a playoff team, dudes.
That's right.
87-10.
10. 1991, best Super Bowl team for the Redskins ever.
Anyway, and yes, we do bask in those glory days.
Dun 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 dun. Glory days.
Dude, you reminded me of that South Park with Ned. Darling, when I think about you, I think about
of darling. Oh.
Anyway, all right, hold on. Let's get Joe Gibbs' opinion on last week's game against the Lions after he went and beat them in a combined 87-10. That's right.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
We only have 4 people now. Everyone's getting bored. All right. So anyway, let's go and give our kicks, dude.
It's time for this week's Kicking the Balls Award.
Kicking the Balls Award brought to you by Rid of Poo once again. When you need to get rid of poo, call Rid of Poo. 1-800-RID-POOP. So, my kick in the balls is going. Wait, did we already give the kick in the balls?
Not yet.
Oh, I thought we did because we talked so badly about all these people. Matt Jones.
Ryan Grant. Who does Josh want to give his kick in the balls to?
Josh wants to give his kick in the balls to Jamison Crowder for not catching more passes.
For not running the touchdown back all the way.
Yeah, not returning a kick all the way and other stuff.
Yeah.
And Ben Kotwika.
Yeah, Josh should give it to Ben Kotwika.
And I'm giving a little mini kick in the balls to Josh Norman for not earning his paycheck. But I wouldn't cut him.
Letting himself get knocked the F out on that play.
And that was a huge play for them.
Yeah, not only did they get the huge gain, but then Dorman was knocked out for the rest of the game. He was off the field.
Yeah, they're saying they saw poopery at their grocery store, and it really is real. I know it's real. I have it. I use it. It works too. It really works.
Yeah. Spray the bowl before you go, and nobody will ever know.
Yeah, it's good stuff. They didn't really sponsor us though. We just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
No one sponsors us except for
Desmond C. Lee. Long time, another sponsor.
Yep. Anyway, does that about pretty much round it out? We're going to try to get you a halftime report this week. We're going to try our hardest. I think John was feeling a little peaked from all the excitement of the first half.
Yeah.
Is that accurate? I guess. And we had just done a podcast right before the game. So we're going to try to get you the halftime report from London. And be sure to tune in and tell your friends and subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. And then we're also going to try to get a podcast earlier next week. We're just starting to get back into the how do you say it? Flow of things, you know?
Just in time for the bye week.
Just in time for the bye week. So after the bye week, when we have some more chance to test these live streams and all that junk, we'll be back on here. So. Yeah. So anyway, I think that about wraps it up. Thanks to everyone that's been tuning in the chat and listening on the normal podcast. We'll always be up there normally, so you can get them your normal way. Anyway, I think that about wraps it up. You got anything else to add?
Check us out on Twitter at Harry Hog. Check out harryhogfootball.com.
Yeah, you can send us some email. Aaron, Josh, or John at harryhogfootball.com, and you can call us at 177-HARRY-HOG and leave a message if you want. We won't answer the phone. We don't even know where it rings, but it sends us email with a transcript or something.
If it's funny, we might even put it on the podcast.
Yep, so hail to the Redskins. Let's see if we need to get this win this week. We'll talk to you guys next week. Hail to the Redskins, and if you see a Cowboys fan,
you know what to do. Choke.
Woo!